Hello everyone, Mr. Kiley here with Martial Arts America, Team Navarre. Today is April 13th, a Monday. This is your Junior Adult and Little Dragon Sai class. So make sure, of course, you have your Sai locked and loaded and ready. We're going to warm up our wrists first to make sure we can get our hands nice and strong. Okay, so we start here, and we're just working your open and close. Hopefully at this point, your Sai is starting to get a little bit lighter. Good, just because your body's starting to get a little bit stronger and more used to how you're holding it. And again, this is just a nice and easy way, even if you already know how to do this flip, to loosen up your wrist and get everything used to what it's doing. If not, then you're kind of working through the motion. Good. And again, another thing we're starting to work on, okay, that changes as you're learning Sai. As in the beginning, it's kind of, we talked about it last week, it's kind of intimidating because it's heavy, and sometimes we're nervous to drop it, okay, and we're nervous that it's really heavy, so it's harder to handle. And over time, good, it gets easier to handle. Okay, so hopefully it's getting a little bit less intimidating, a little less scary. Good. It's okay for it to be challenging at first. If you remember if you were here doing the bow staff with us last time, the rotation before, bow staff can be kind of scary too because it's the biggest weapon we use. So it seems like a lot. It's very normal when we're first starting a weapon or any kind of curriculum for that matter, okay, to be a little bit nervous. If you don't know something, you can be a little bit nervous when learning it. You don't know what to expect. Okay, but over time, you get a little more confident because you do it enough times. Hopefully that nervousness goes away. If you have one, go ahead and grab the other one. Try both. Try both outwards. Try both down. Try to work on doing different ways. Good. So that's the biggest challenge we're working on at this point, is not just learning how to do the flip with both hands. It's how to do it with both hands at the same time. Good. It's how doing it where one's going out and one's going in. Because you probably noticed from your form, your Sai changes positions a lot. And you end up changing hands often too, where one side is out and one side is back, and they have to quickly flip. Good, just like that. And so that's why we work what we call the windshield wiper, which is where one's going out and one's going back. So your hands are doing different motions at the same time. A good way to practice that and work up to it is to change positions one at a time. So you start like this, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you start slowly blurring those together. So you start with 1, and then as you go to do 2, you go ahead and start doing 3. And then as you come to do 4, you go ahead and start doing 1 again. Good. So that's that. There. Good. And then once that gets easy, then you do it with your eyes closed, which seems like not a big deal, but then you have to really rely on what your hands feel, not what your eyes see. Which when you're doing your strikes, you notice how my eyes aren't changing and following what the Sai is doing. They have to just trust that they're going to the right spot, all by feel. Okay, so now we work our combination, which of course is your punch, fan, strike. Make sure you rotate and strike, down block, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch. Good. Fan, strike, down block. Over and over. Good. And then from there, we warm up by working on stepping our foot when we work into the strike. So we step and we punch, fan, strike, down block. Step back, punch. And you're not advancing, you're just changing sides. Fan, strike, down block. And from there you work on, as you go to pull the fan, you let your legs slide back a little bit. It doesn't step back, it just pulls to you. You're getting used to pulling your body backwards. So ready, step out, punch. Good, with your left hand. And then from there, as you fan, just pull your foot back a little bit, and then fan, block out. Go ahead and land in that chungle stance again is fine. Very good. Strike, down block. Pull it back. Step, punch. Good. And then fan, strike, down block. Punch, strike, down block. You start doing it more and more and bigger, and that eventually it ends up being here. This big old motion where you're changing. Good. And we talked about, again, the goal right now is just to get the Sai combination down. If right now switching your feet is making it hard to focus and pay attention, then just do the Sai part and stay in a chungle stance. And we'll work on the switching of the stance later. We have time. Okay, so start here. Now we're going to work on advancing in the combination. So we work on stepping with that left foot. Strike. Good. Fan. So my body slid back. Strike. Down block. Step. Punch. Fan. Strike. Down block. Reset. Good. This time we're going to start with our right hand. So we're mixing it up a little bit, trying to just get the process of walking our body forward. Step right, punch right, slide back. But don't notice on my foot, if you can find a marker, notice how the foot just slides directly over. Good. It doesn't step all the way back to my own foot. It just slides and I lean back. Fan, strike, down block, step punch, flip it, turn it. When you turn that foot, turn your shoulders too. Fan, when I turn my foot this way, I might open up my shoulders as well. Strike, down block, okay? Now we're going to work our form a little bit. Ooh, before we do that, it's a good idea. Let's practice our X block. Good, as in this move. Good, the linked up X. And so it's here, there. And again, you have to make sure there's a twisting action. Good, one is this one's pulling. Good, your left one is pushing down. Your right one's pulling back. And it can go the other way, it's fine. They just can't go the same way. They have to go in opposites, okay? That's what links them together and locks them. And then the way you make it happen is you put one up and down and one flat sideways. Okay, just like that. And then I turn them a little bit. Good. This one goes underneath. Very good. And then I link it down. Boom. And this one then just pushes forward and then pulls back. Okay? I'll show you one more time. This one's up and down. This one's sideways. And again, you can do it the other way. Either one's fine. I decided to do it this way. And you simply take this one flat. This one goes on top. Good, laying flat, and you run it over. And then I take the one that's up and down, and I just push it away from me. Good, until it locks, which then I can take this one, and I push it over, and it goes, see how it goes underneath this monochi, and then I pull it back. So I have this one clamping forward, and this one clamping backwards. That's what locks them together. You can do it either direction. Either way is fine. I can go this way, good, and lock them like that, as long as both the top parts are locking. We can make it happen. Good. And again, if that part's giving you trouble right now, just cross them. Good. We'll get this part to happen later. Good. This part's kind of technical and tricky, probably the hardest part of the whole form, so it's okay if you don't have that part mastered yet. All right? So let's start our form. Bow. Load them up. Step out, pull down. Show the left one, pull the right one back in. Step forward, punch. Very good. Slide back and pull. Strike out. Down block. Step to me. Left foot in the front. Punch left hand. Slide over. Fan with the left hand. Strike out with the left hand. Down block. Step forward. Punch with the right hand. Slide back. Fan. Strike. Down block. Punch left. Punch right. Open up both. Cross them. Step back. Good. So you're in a kiimai stance sideways. You have both hands out. Your right leg is in the back. Good. From here, if you can make that X block, do that. Take your front foot. Don't step back with it. Just slide it over so you can turn this foot. Both hands up over your head so you can balance. Pull your hands in tight by your body just like this. Step forward. As you land, strike them forward just like that. Very good. Lock them. Double down block. Very good. Just the dragons. Dragons drop down. Dragons punch left. Dragons punch right. Remember your knee, the opposite knee's up from your normal form. Your right knee's up, your left knee's down, which is backwards from your form. So that's how you can kind of remember that it's backwards. It's the opposite of your form. Here, punch left, punch right. Okay, junior beginners. And dragons, we talked about this last time, is where we started. If you want to go on and add and continue doing what the juniors are doing, you can challenge yourself and do that. Okay, dragons, if you like where you are, then go back and practice what we just did, and then I'll bring us all back together in a minute. Okay, where you can practice your combination. Again, dragons, you don't have to do this part, but you definitely can if you want an extra challenge. Okay, juniors, you punch left, punch right from standing. Okay, now at this point, I'm going to turn around so it's kind of like you guys are behind me in class, and we're all going together, okay? We're all going to go to the left in a fugal stance. Good, you're going to high block with the left hand, and then you're going to pull it down. Good, so if something came down and you blocked it with your monochi part here, and then you use the yokum part here, that's why our fingers are in that side, and then we hook down, locking it and holding it. And then we step forward, do that combination 3 times. Right side first, punch, fan, strike, down block, step, punch, fan, strike, down block, right side, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch left, punch right. That's where we left off last time. So now we're going to add on the third part, okay? So with the form, you've gone straight forward, you've gone to the left, so now you're going to go to the right. What you're going to do, you have your left foot in the back, you punch left, punch right. You're going to take your feet. This part's kind of tricky because you're going to have to take your eyes off me, okay? You're going to point your feet away from me, okay? So your back should be to me right now. You might be looking over your shoulder like this to see the camera still. Take your left foot and step back with it. Very good. And now I'll take both of your feet and then turn them to the left. Turn them this way. Okay, so now we're all going to the right. This is what I mean. If you're looking at me, good, and you're looking at the camera, good. This is the front, good. That's where we're going. We're going to the right. High block with your left hand. Pull the left hand down. Step forward. Guess what? Same combination. This is the last set of this same combination. Then we're done with it. So I'm sure it's your favorite thing right now. Punch, fan, strike, down block, punch left, fan, strike, down block, step, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch left, punch right. Okay, so just to kind of get us all back on the same page. What this form is, okay, you start, if we're all starting the form together, and we go straight forward in the beginning. We go up, we go down. Good. We pull the left one, we punch the right one. We do this combination 3 times, and then you pull back to here. We do the X block. You do everything, and then the form goes far to the left. Good. And we do the combination 3 times, and then we turn over the left shoulder and we go to the right. So like if you had a piece of paper and you were trying to draw this form out, it would go up, and then it would go to the left, and then it would go to the right. And I bet you can guess what the last part of the form is. It's going to go down. We're going to go the opposite way. We'll do that part at a later date. But to this point, good, if you had to draw a map of what the form was, it would go forwards, to the left, and to the right. Okay? Almost like a T. So we're going to start the form over. Come to here. Pull them up. Step out, pull down. Very good. Pull the left hand. Step forward, punch the right hand. Open it up. Go ahead and start pulling it back to your belt as you turn your foot. So when I slide this foot over, there goes my fan. And that's going to be our goal at this point moving forward, is starting to tie these movements together and combine them. As I pull the side back, that's the time you want to pivot this back foot. So I turn my back foot, and then as I step over, because right now I'm off balance, I'm going to step over to get balance. As I step over, I strike out. And then I down block. Okay? So I square up where I'm going, step, punch left as I land, open it up. As I pull it back to my belt, I turn this foot. As I slide this foot over, I fan block out. And then I pull it back to my belt. As I do that, I turn my back foot. So to prevent me from falling over, I step out as I strike. So it was boom, I turn it, I go here, and then in one motion, as I pull this back, it's 1, 2, and then down block. Step, punch, open it up, good, turn it as I slide, good, 1, 2, down block, punch left, punch right. Open them both up, step back, cross, open your stance, push the hands up over your head, step forward, strike down. It's going to whip down strong, double down block, good. And then just the dragons, drop to your knee. You don't step forward, you drop straight down, punch with the left hand, punch with the right hand. Good. Dragons that want to keep going in junior adult beginner belts, you're here, you're still standing, punch left, punch right, stay there, don't move. So again, now we're going the same direction. I'm not mirroring you anymore. So from here, I just did here, punch left, punch right. This is the stance you're in. Good. I take my right foot stays where it is. My left foot's going to turn and slide over as I high block. And then I step out, and then I pull down. And then I step forward, and I do that combination. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Punch, punch. Okay, from here, we're going to turn around over our left shoulder and do the combination again. Turn your feet, slide your left leg over. So your left foot's in the front. Again, your left foot starts this form. High block left, pull down. You're in a chungal stance this time. That is different. When we're going this way, we started off in a fugal, and we switched to chungal. On this side, you just stay in the jungle. So slight difference there. Combination 3 times, right side, left side, right side. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Punch left, punch right. So the main goal, what I'm trying, I know I'm kind of going a little fast. I'm not trying to go fast. What I'm trying to get you guys to see is the pattern and the rhythm of the form. So how the movements count, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the pattern of the form, not only in what the combination is, but on what side we do the combination and where it's facing. Because the pattern kind of does link up and sync up. You do it 3 times in a row, going forwards, 3 times to the left, 3 times to the right, on the same sides. Good. So in the original part, you pull your left side, so it's a right side punch combination, and then a left side, and then a right side. You do that going forwards, going to the left, and going to the right. And what after you do 3 of those combinations, right side, left side, right side, what move caps off the third one? Punch, punch. And so you're also, again, you're trying to get that rhythm down. So at the end of each of the, when you do 3 in a row of those combinations, right after that, you finish it off with a strong double punch. Okay? So that's, again, instead of trying to remember this entire form move by move, if you can remember the rhythm and what the sequences are, it just breaks into bigger like chunks, so it's easier to remember. Okay? So that's kind of how you frame it in your brain. You remember the pattern goes forwards, to the left, to the right. Okay, for the most part, you're going to do those 3 combinations, and after the 3rd combination, you punch, punch. Good. Okay, so let's do it again. I'm going to go just a little bit smoother, a little bit faster. Try to keep up with me best you can. I bet you can. Ready? Have confidence. You guys know what you're doing. Don't think too much. Pull it out. Yeah. Good. Again, pull the left hand. 3 combinations in a row, starting with the right hand. And go. 1, 2, 3. After the 3rd one, what do? Punch, punch. Very good. And then special moves. Strike. Double down block. Drop the back knee. Punch, punch. That's just the dragons. Okay, juniors, you're still frozen here. You went punch left, punch right. Stay there. Now stay with me. High block left hand. Body shifts back into Fugel. Pull it down as you turn your back foot and step over. And then combination 3 times. Ready? Go. 1. And after 3 combinations, what do? Punch, punch. Very good. Okay, we're going to start to make this spin faster too. All you're going to do, you see how my right foot's in the front, left foot's in the back. I'm going to take my left foot, and as I lift it up, I'm going to turn this way. So you're going to have to turn behind yourself away from the camera. And you're just going to pivot this foot and move it over. Just watch me do it one time, then we'll do it together. I just lift up on this foot, I pivot my right foot, and I land on it. It doesn't go in the back, though. It lands in front. So the leg that I lifted up should be in the front now. Okay? Come back with me. So again, all you do is lean onto your front leg, and then you're going to turn over that whatever foot you lift up. That's the way you want to turn, okay? And then from there, you just put it down in the front. So it's 1, 2, 3. Boom. Left foot's in the front. High block with the left side. Pull down the left hand. Okay, remember when you're doing this form, whatever hand is doing something, okay, that foot is the one that's in the front. That's your dominant side. So I know my left hand's doing something because my left foot's in the front. I know my left foot should be in the front because my left hand's doing the stuff. Okay, then I combination 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Punch left, punch right. After 3 combos, you finish off with that part. Okay, very good. Breathe for a second. Awesome job. You're going to I'll break down this part in a couple ways, different ways now. Good, which is your X block. Another easy way to do it. Good is take this one. Good, and I'm going to lay. I'll try to show you from this view if it's easier. I'm here, and I take whichever hand I want, and it's up. Good. And it's not there. It's on the moto. My other one, good. If it's going to go to this side, to the right side. So if I'm holding this in my right hand, I take the mano-chi of my left one, and I put it on the right side. Good. And all I do from here is run it straight forward. Good. Doesn't matter where it is on this little line. because I'm going to make sure it gets hooked on that side. So I'm trying to hook it around. And then from there, I take the bottom one and I turn it. So I just flex my wrist. And I take the top one and I flex it the opposite way. So it's run it in. Again, not underneath. It's got to be it's sitting in the middle here. Good. And then I just turn them opposite directions. So it crosses like that. And then all I do from here is I lift out my hands. So that's what I want, which is it creates this really strong reinforced block that can't be broken if you do it properly. And again, I've had little dragons that I can lean if they do this properly and their hands are up, I can lean all my body weight on it and it not break and it not come apart because it uses itself as a reinforcement. I'm not saying practice like that at home, but I'm saying it does work really well if you do it properly. Okay? So we're going to do the form one more time just to wrap up. I'm going to slow it down this time so we can stay together. Okay? Bow. Last time, best time. Present up. Fold them. Step out, pull in. Yeah! Very good. Pull the left one. Step forward, punch. What stance are you in? Chungle stance. Slide, pop out the fan block, just like that. Pull it back. Strike, down block. Step, punch with the left hand. Slide back. Fan, what stance are we in? Fugel, cat stance. Strike out, back into chungle. Down block stays in chungle. Step, punch. Open it up, slide back. Fan, strike, down block. Punch left, punch right. Open them both up, cross them in front of you, step back over your head, and then pull them down, blocking your legs. Make that super reinforced X block. Take your left foot, take your left foot, slide it over, double block overhead, pull them in, step right foot forward, push them forward. It's not a giant swing. Your side, do not want coming up behind your ear. It stays here, and it pushes. Smack. Good. And then from there, I block my legs, just the dragons, drop down to your knee as you punch. Just the juniors, stay where you're going, hands are up, good. Double down, stay your knee up, and then punch left, punch right, turn your head to the left, going that way. Slide over, lift up your left hand, step out, pull it down, hook it down. Step forward, combination. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. Punch left, punch right. Turn your feet, step back with your left foot. Turn your feet again, high block, pull it down. Step, punch, fan, strike, down block. Step left side, punch, switch it, fan, strike, down. Step right side, punch. See that? Good. Fan, strike, down block, punch, punch. Okay, very good. Nice work. Okay, things we also kind of worked on today, sneakily while we're practicing. Okay, again, your outwards flip and your inwards flip. And so that's like when we did our punch, we go ahead and switch it like that. So instead of going here where your side is facing up, you keep it out. Good. And then I just let it from there. I turn my wrist outwards and let it drop. And as it's dropping, you grab it. So just use the momentum of the side, use the momentum of the side falling down, of gravity taking over, to help get it to flip. That's when side becomes easier, is instead of having to move your hand around and try to keep the side very still. That's how we first learn, because the side, again, can be intimidating because it's so heavy. Good. But once you get more confident with it and less intimidated by it, then you actually use the weight of the side to your advantage. Instead of trying to keep it steady where it is and move my hand around it, I go ahead and let the side move, and I just grab it as it's moving. It's like this move that we haven't really practiced a lot of. Good. I'll teach that at a later date. Good. This one, you have the side spinning around. Good. But those are just, it shows different things you can do with the weapon when you get more confident with it and learn the basics. That's the cool part, is we're not doing anything we haven't already learned. You're just using this. We're just doing it different directions. I'm going out with it instead. I'm going down with it instead. I'm going up. So that's kind of your challenge. Once you start to understand the side a little bit better, go ahead and get a little more confident. You stay safe while doing it, but you start to play with the gravity and play with the keyword is momentum. The momentum, which means that you know how fast it's moving when you start moving it. Good. And the better you get at it, good, the more fun it becomes. All right, feet together. Bow. Awesome work today, guys. Put these in a safe space. You are dismissed. Dragons, you're done for today. Junior beginners, I'll see you back here in a little bit.